do that with this time around. So this morning, this talk is titled The Power of Voice, and that's not about our voices, as Archie's just say, hopefully taking us through, but it is a little bit about innovation, as Chris has kind of started us on. How many of you have kind of lived through a technological revolution in your lives? Yeah, all of us, right? Several of them, in fact. I first started working at Ogilvy, as was mentioned, with in the social media team, when blogging was the thing. Remember blogging, Drew? Drew used to do a lot of the blogging. And the twittering, that was when you had to do it via text. And we were working with these brands, kind of sitting around going, what's all this social media stuff then? And by the time that it became a big thing that they had to deal with, it was too late. The same thing then happened with mobile phones, the same thing happened with apps and websites and everything else behind it. And so this morning I'm going to talk to you about voice technology, and that's what we do at Vixen. We do it for all these types of people. I put these logos up here so you'd like me. Everyone has one of those slides. And we're on a mission to help brands not miss this next revolution, to try and help them understand the power of these little anthropomorphized ladies and gentlemen that live in the boxes in the corner of our homes. You might call her Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant, pick your kind of subservient person of choice. And that's what we're trying to kind of help brands not miss the opportunity on again. Because we believe that actually technology has lots to give us in the world and make the world better, but in a couple of instances recently we've kind of cocked it up. And so I want us to try and make sure we don't do that again when it comes to behaving with this next technological revolution. Because I think it's fair to say that generally speaking, we don't think that this is okay, right? Our level of addiction to these things, our over-dependency on them, the average kind of person in the Western Hemisphere will usually not be more than 20 feet away from their mobile phone for any more than 20 minutes in a 24-hour period. That is maybe a problem. And we don't necessarily have to be addicted to these screens in as much of the way as we are at the moment. There's lots of evidence to say that we are spending more and more time with one of these little devices in our faces than we all really actually enjoy, but we can't help but do it. For example, TV time down, mobile phones up. On average, you pick up your phone 58 times per day, on average. For many of you, it's many more times than that. If we want to do a little social experiment, how many of you have got the screen time app on your phone turned on? Does anyone wish to divulge their statistics to the room publicly? No, the nervousness on your face tells me that that's why. 70% of the sessions that when we pick up our phones are less than 2 minutes. It's habits, and bad ones most of the time, that cause us to do this, right? The habit loop you're probably familiar with. If you've read the work of very, very popular books recently on the power of habit, Charles Duhigg, Atomic Habits, James Clear, some of these kind of recent titles have been phenomenally successful. Well, why have they been so successful in 2020 and 2021? Because we spent a lot of time at home just doing this. Sorry, I was on mute. That's what we've got